Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today I want to show you something which I picked up actually quite a while ago, and this is definitely not a new product, but this is a 2021 Grogu figure from Mattel, and I'm gonna leave some info in the video description so you can understand exactly which version this is, because there's actually quite a few variations of this figure. And this is essentially a plushie. I believe that this was one of the first versions released, if not the first. And I have to be honest that, looking at some of the stuff online, checking out the video reviews, I essentially decided on this particular version because I think it is actually the best version. I think a lot of people do agree with me. I think this is probably one of the more sold variations out there. And I think you can still get this through Amazon. That's essentially where I got it. But we're basically going to do a classic unboxing today. Actually going to check like the entire thing, and I will say that I have already unpackaged this, sort of played around with it, and so I'm not entirely sure if the outer packaging is complete. There might have been a sort of protective plastic hard shell here, which I might have misplaced. But in any case, let's just go ahead and move into checking out this unboxing. So first up, I'm actually going to take Grogu, or Baby Yoda, as he's also been called, out of his little pod replica. I don't know what you people generally call this. I think I've heard it been mentioned as a pram, but this sort of little pod thing which he rides around in. This is obviously just a little cardboard presentation piece, so there's nothing more elaborate about this. It's just a simple cardboard packaging, and there really isn't a lot of options out there to get sort of like a full-on pod unless you want to spend like a several hundreds of dollars. There are replicas out there, but it's not something you'll find for cheap. So anyway, looking at the back of the box, you can see that it is pretty well designed, but generally quite plain. This is just a cardboard box, nothing too specific. And here is the downside of the package. Not sure if this is in focus, but hopefully it works out. And you can just freeze frame anything if you want to try to zoom in on the barcode and stuff, but I will leave links in the video description to try and make clear which version this is. There was also some of these typical sort of little zip ties or metal strap thingies to hold him in the box when it came new. But okay, there's a free passenger. We'll just get him out of the way. So let's move on to looking at the actual figure. I absolutely adore this thing. It is so nicely designed, so detailed, and just absolutely beautiful. Love the eyes. They really sort of captured him in a very sort of great state, I think, because there are several versions out there, like I mentioned, some from Mattel, and I would just say that this is, out of all the versions I've seen, all the plushie versions, all various versions around there, I will say that this is the one that I love the most, because I think that the facial expression, if you're gonna freeze like a particular expression for Grogu, I think that this expression is the one that is the most articulate. Like if you look at him slightly from below, he has almost like a smile on his face. If you have him more straightforward, he looks more serious, and it really does convey different sort of moods based on where you're looking at. I just think it's a really sort of perfect rendition. Like this is where you freeze him to sort of get the most articulation without having an actual articulated puppet, because this is sort of, not hard plastic, but it is kind of rubbery. You can push down on it, so it is flexible. The ears are also quite solid, but they are slightly bendable, but it's not like you can bend them into any sort of particular shape. He is actually quite a rigid figure, even though there is some softness to this. Looking at the back, you can see that you have like a slight little texture to the ears and to the skin in general. It's not like it's all flat. There is actually quite a bit of detail here. No hairs or anything on him, but I don't think that really matters. I really like the paint job overall. I just think this is a very nice design. And one of the things I really like about this particular plushie is that this plushie actually has vinyl hands, or rubbery hands, which isn't too common. I think this is one of few variations that has these hands. A lot of the other ones will have more like textile hands, which I don't think look nearly as good. I will say that it is only the hands. If you sort of fold up the little coat here, you can see that the rest is just plushy, like this really soft textile material. But yeah, I really do like it. You can also notice that the hands are different They're not exactly in the same sort of position or shape, and you can't really bend them any more than you can bend the rest of him. Like, the fingers are fixated, they are a bit flexible, but it's not like you can position them into any sort of specific position you want. And he doesn't have any sort of like metal rods or anything to make him sort of do a specific pose. The arms basically just hang where you place them. So could have hoped for more articulation. It would be nice to be able to sort of position him in specific poses, but yeah, you're gonna have to get creative if you're gonna do that. Looking at what he has underneath the coat, it is essentially just one big sort of beanbag type style, which is really soft, really cuddly. You can really sort of snuggle up with this in the sofa. And here you also have a original little tag on it, just a Mattel tag, and also like yeah, I guess some more fine print there. Now I will mention that you can take this off. In the back here there is a small zip tie, which is there originally, and as I do remember, there was also a small band here which was actually connected to the zip tie. So I essentially cut this off just to be able to take off his little robe, because I thought that looked better. Because one of the most fun thing to do with this is to take the robe off and actually try to dress him up. I mean, you can just imagine what this is gonna look like for a guy like me. Hail Satan! Do whatever you want with him, mash up, cosplay, whatever, if you want to do like your own thing. So I just think he is super cute, and he, you know, you can sort of prop him up and he will stay there, but he doesn't really have any sort of base to them. Also, I can mention that as far as feet, there's obviously no feet on this, but I will also mention that there are variations out there which have feet, but these are usually hard plastic, they're usually molded, and they usually don't look that good, to be honest. So this was also part of why I wanted to get this, because I think this is the best presentation, where it's soft, it's cuddly, you don't really need to see the feet. Most renditions of the feet are quite honestly quite ugly. So I just think it's nice that you get these nice details on the hands, but you still maintain this sort of nice, cuddly, cute. Oh, I just can't take it, he's so cute. Yeah. It's incredible. So yeah, I guess that is essentially it for this video. If you want to get all the details on this, just check the video description. And this was actually quite a good deal. I purchased this a while back, but I think I got this for like, maybe it was on sale, but I think it wasn't more than like between 20 or 40 bucks or something. So be sure to check out Amazon, see if they still have this in stock, because it is actually quite a good deal. Even if you're buying it as like the original retail price, I think you're getting probably the best version available. So that's it from me. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, hope to see you all next time.